Hello everyone and welcome again to another edition of Windows Server 2022 GPO edition. Today I wanted to show you how you can easily configure a folder redirection GPO. So without any further ado, let's start. First of all, I'm gonna create a folder, an additional folder on my E drive that is connected to my domain controller. Of course, you should pick a large drive because it's gonna be holding a lot of data here. I'm gonna call it users, and in this main folder there are gonna be all the folders of the users that are gonna be using folder redirection in our domain. So it should have quite a lot of space, but for the purposes of this video it's just gonna be a small space. Okay, so we're gonna go to shares. From here we're gonna take a new share. We're gonna use SMB share, and we're gonna use the quick option here. We're gonna type the custom path. I'm gonna go to disk. I'm gonna pick the users folder. I'm gonna go next. So this is our local path to the share, and this is our remote path to the share that we're gonna be using. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna enable access-based enumeration. That is gonna allow all of the users that are gonna be using folder redirection to use only their folders, and they will only see their own folders, not other people's folders. Now we're gonna customize permissions. We're gonna disable the inheritance, and we're gonna remove those two groups. We're gonna add a main group of administrators because I want them to be able to go to all of the folders. So we're gonna give them full access, and another group, of course, the domain users. And here we're gonna choose this folder only because it's gonna be applied only to the folder, specific folder. Gonna show advanced permissions, and we're gonna do this. So create folders, append data. I'm gonna go with OK. We're gonna apply. OK. I'm gonna click next. Now we're gonna create the share. We're gonna close it, and from here we got the share created, and we can go to properties. As you can see, we got here the permissions and the settings for the folder. And if we go to our folder, we got all the permissions set in the properties, and we got the network path, which I'm gonna copy because I'm gonna be using it. Of course, the next step after this, we're gonna need to create a additional GPO. So we need to open group policy management. We're gonna create a GPO, which I'm gonna call folder. Okay. Now we're gonna edit this. We're gonna use the user configuration here. We're gonna go to policies. Let's see, Windows settings, folder redirection. And from here we're gonna pick the folders that we want to set for redirection. So for sure I will pick the desktop, I will pick the documents, and probably downloads. So let's choose the properties of the desktop. Here we're gonna choose the basic redirection, so redirect everyone's folder to the same location. Now we're gonna browse, or of course if you copy it you can do it like this, which I have. So, and now settings. Okay, so grant user exclusive rights to desktop, so we're gonna switch this off. Gonna apply the change, yes, and OK. And of course we need to do the same thing for other folders that we would like to set up the same way. And at the end I'm gonna do the downloads as well. OK, the main path. And there we go. So basically now we have this set up, but we still need to do one more thing. Okay, so next we're gonna go to administrative templates, gonna go to network, go to offline files, and we're gonna choose specify administratively assigned offline files. We're gonna enable this, gonna go to show, and here we'll need to add specific values for all the folders that we have chosen. So for the documents, for the desktop, and for the downloads. Okay, so basically what we are going to be using here, so first of all we need to add the shares. There's going to be like, not the shares, but the paths. There's going to be like 3 paths. Here we will need to add and here the name of the folder that is picked. So basically how it's gonna look, so every time the redirection takes place for a specific user is gonna be connected to my DC. It's gonna be created in the users folder and it's gonna be created by a username, so some kind of a user, and his desktop. And the same goes for the others, so I'm just gonna copy paste everything. I'm just gonna change the last folders. Documents and downloads. Okay, now let's apply. Okay, and of course after the GPO has been created, we need to link this GPO to the particular OU. So in my case it's Windows, because it basically holds. Delete, I'm gonna delete this. Delete, yes, and let's we're gonna just go to Windows and let's link an existing GPO. We're gonna choose this folder, and there we go. Okay, so we have linked the GPO to the folder, and now we can actually go to group policy update, and we can update the group policy for both of the computers. So I guess one server was unavailable, this one, so let's check. And I'm gonna also do the same thing for the other user. Just gonna close it down for a moment. Okay. Okay, so let's just do a quick restart for both of them. I'm gonna go to my DC. And let's do here CMD. I also run GP update here. Of course, this is the manual way, but in normal environment you have probably scripts prepared that you can just run, and they will basically refresh the group policy for the existing workstations or servers or whichever things you have linked to an OU that you have linked the folder redirection, so the group policy is refreshed. Of course, you can do it like I did from the group policy update. So, okay, both of the computers are getting back. Okay. Okay, so these are my two workstations, and I'm gonna log in now to both of them. So this is my first user. And this is the second user on the second workstation. Okay, both are logging in. I'm just gonna do the update once again. Okay. So now let's check. Still loading. Okay, let's give it a moment. Okay, let's go with I'm gonna do GP result because I wanted to see what kind of GPOs are being applied to this computer right now. And as you can see, applied group policy objects folder redirection. So the group policy has been applied to this workstation. Okay. And the group policy object, okay. So basically this holds some kind of old group policy, which is not valid anymore, and I'm just gonna delete it. Okay. And now it should be fine. So let's do a okay, so we can test it up here because it's practically ready. So let's just maybe download something here. I'm gonna also create a file here on the desktop of this user. I'm just gonna create a random file. And yes. And yes again. Okay. So this update I made for group policies takes a little bit of time, but as you can see, it works. Okay. Now what we are gonna do is create a text file. Just gonna put some kind of text here. And we're gonna download something. Gonna do the same here. Okay, test, and let's call it test. Okay, accept. We're gonna go with, let's download something here. All right. Downloads. Okay, 7-zip. Okay, that's fine. And let's check here. Okay. Okay, fine. And I'm gonna do as well. Let's do it like that. Because now if we go here, you can see that those three folders have the icon of synchronization. Yep. Yep. Okay. So basically I have downloaded all the required things, both for Lisa and for John. And now on Lisa's computer here on workstation, I'm gonna log in as John. And on the John's computer, I'm gonna just log out of here. And we're gonna make a change, and here I'm gonna log in as Lisa. Okay. So it's gonna take a moment because it's gonna be creating the users. Okay, as you can see, I logged in as John on Lisa's computer, and I have my test. And in the downloads, I have my 7-zip package that I've downloaded. So the folder redirection works here, and here Lisa is being created, and there we have Lisa's text file that I have created, and of course here I got the 7-zip file as well. And if we go to our domain controller, which is also hosting the share, we can check in the users. As you can see, we got Lisa created, and I don't have John here because John actually existed before on one of the workstations, and his account wasn't created, so that's why his folder didn't appear here. So in order for his folder to appear here, I would need to delete his profile from the workstation and then create it again on the workstation. So as you can see, these are the things that Lisa has, and we as administrators can go inside the folder and we can actually take a look upon all the files that are stored for specific users. Okay, so this is if it goes for folder redirection, this is how you can set it up. I'm not gonna delete the John's profile just to show you that the folder is gonna appear, because it's of course it's gonna appear. It just didn't appear now because it already was on the workstation. Nonetheless, a very useful GPO. Use it if you can in your environment. Just be mindful of the permissions that you set for the users and for the shared folder. As always, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.